Hello, I welcome you all to this wonderful lesson where we are going to revise through these wonderful questions that are here: acids, bases, salts. So after this particular lesson, I want you to study through bases. So I want you to study through bases and acids. I want you to revise through these important topics. That is what we call effective revisions. So even after this lesson, I will not only teach you how to answer these questions that are here, these questions that I've written down, but I will also teach you on how to answer other questions that you are going to encounter even in your exams. The question is saying, the figure below shows a pH scale. So pH means potential hydrogen scale, and the pH value of 4 solutions, A, B, C, and D. These are the solutions that are given. So this is a pH scale. So we've got a 0 here and a 14 there if I was to finish it. This is what we are given. The first question here is saying, which of the solutions is likely to be sodium chloride? That is the first question. So which of the solutions there is likely to be sodium chloride? For us to answer this question here, there are certain things that you need to know, certain things you need to understand. So we've got sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, you understand that? Okay, sodium chloride is a salt which is a product of neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is a reaction where a base reacts with an acid. So you discover that since it is a salt and a product of neutralization reaction, there are certain things that you are supposed to know, certain things that I want you to get. So you need to know that it is expected to be a neutral. Have you seen? So this one is expected to be neutral. So when it is neutral, meaning the pH value is 7. So meaning it is C that is having pH value of what? 7. So the correct answer is C. This is what I want you to know. We move now to the next question. Hydrochloric acid. Which one is likely to be hydrochloric acid? So for us to answer this question, you analyze the question. Okay, hydrochloric acid is a strong acid and is expected to be very low pH. It's supposed to have a very low pH. So according to the given scale, hydrochloric acid, so according to this given scale, the hydrochloric acid can only be A, as it is the lowest pH of 1, while B, this one is having a what? This is too high for an acid. This is what you need to understand. So it is a strong, so from here, going this side, meaning it is becoming a strong acid. So this is to tell you that this one is stronger than that one in terms of acidic. So, and you know, hydrochloric is a strong acid and is expected to have a very low pH value. So pH value from 7 coming this side. So it can only be what? A. So the answer there is A. So I put A there. So this is what I need to do. This is what I'm supposed to know and understand. I now go to these questions that are here. These are simple questions. So I just want you to know these. I just want you to understand this. State the ion which is responsible for acidity. So which ion is responsible for acidity? Acid. What is an acid? A question you need to have. An acid, this is a compound when dissolved in water produces hydrogen as the only positively charged particle or substance. So you now discover that from the definition of an acid as a substance that produces hydrogen ions, So it is obvious that the hydrogen ions are responsible for acidity. I guess this is something that you need to understand. So it is what every acid gets to have some positive hydrogen ions. So these ones are in what? Aqueous. You do this. They just want you to state the ion. An ion is a charged particle or a group of charged particles. So these are certain things that I want you guys to know, certain things that I want you people to understand. We now move on to this one, alkalinity. So alkalinity, okay. So which ion is present? You now understand, okay. So whenever we are talking about alkalinity, we only have two ions which are present. We've got hydroxide ions or any oxide ion are responsible for what? Alkalinity. So here we will just go with what? Hydroxide ions. These ones get to have what? Negatively. These ones are negatively charged. So they get to have a negative charge. This one, we get to relate it to a what? You understand what is a base. What is a base? A base compound formed, or we get to say this is a substance that gets to produce hydroxide ions. So it is producing hydroxide ions. I guess we are getting there. So this is what you are supposed to know. Immediately after I'm done teaching, immediately after this particular lesson, you need to go back to your notes. Study through acids, bases, no weak bases, strong acids, all those things. Understand them clearly. We now go to this question that is here. This is our last question in this particular session. I guess you are getting some things. You are getting one or two things. So the question is, what type of reaction occurs when solution A is mixed with solution D? So A and D, acid D and a base. So now, which type of a reaction gets to exist between those two? The type of a reaction that gets to exist between those two is what we call a neutralization reaction. So it is called a what? A neutralization reaction. We just say neutralization reaction. So this is a type of a reaction that gets to exist between those two, A and D. You understand that neutralization is the formation of water from hydroxide ions, which is from a base, that is D, and hydrogen ions from an acid. So where a salt is formed during the process. They are telling us to say, write an ionic equation for the reaction which occurs. So an ionic equation, how is it supposed to be? Ionic equation for what? Neutralization reaction. This one is just hydrogen plus, which is in aqueous. Then plus what? We've got hydroxide negative like this, which is in aqueous, which is producing what? Producing water like this, which is a liquid. So this is what you need to understand. This one is what we are calling an ionic equation. Ionic equation, we get to include the charges. So this is what you need to understand. I guess you've learned one or two things from this particular lesson. I'm your brother and your friend, Harrison J. Zuru Tutor. Follow me on Facebook so that you get to be updated on each update that I get to do. So let's stay connected, and those of you that wants tuition or wants to support the work can WhatsApp me on this number. We get to offer tuitions, so I will help you at an affordable fee. This is my number. So you want help in mathematics, you want help in chemistry, physics, biology, I'm here to help you. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms using the name Harrison J. Zuru Tutor. So I guess you know the name, Harrison J. Zuru Tutor. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Share with your friend and let me know where you are watching me from.